Alright, everybody. So, my apologies for the delay in getting out any new videos. Things have just been a bit hectic around here, and so I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent. So today we're in the greenhouse, and the orchids are doing okay. We have a Cymbidium that I'm borrowing because I'm trying to pollinate my Cymbidium again. We have Cymbidium Sweetheart Sensation. This year it produced 3 inflorescences, one of which has this nice branch point on it. So we have flowers of all different ages. We've got some flowers that are aging quite nicely. We've got flowers that are still fairly young. And so I've been selfing it. I've been adding pollen from this Cymbidium. I've been putting the pollinia from here onto here. I'm trying to get something to take and some seed pod to form. I don't know if it's going to work. Ants really seem to like the nectar that comes off of these flowers for some reason. So we got the Cymbidium in bloom. We got my other Cymbidium here with some kind of weed growing in it. I'll have to get that out later. Not too many other orchids have been blooming for me lately. I'm hoping that the New Hampshire Orchid Show is still on. Last I checked it was, but the Nutmeg State one in Connecticut was canceled due to the coronavirus. But we've got the Cymbidium blooming in here. Really nice. Lilac blooming. I'm really hoping the rose begonias come back up from this. There were rose begonias from rhizome cuttings in there last year. And then we have Cymbidium pubescens. This is the seedling that decided to pop up. So we've got a nice leaf there. We've got the stem growing there. I don't know if it's going to bloom this year. It's 3 years old. It's symbiotically grown. There is perlite and sand underneath the leaf litter here. Each of these had several Cymbidiums in them last year. A few of them died, I know that. I don't know if pubescens can stay dormant for several years like a caule can. So I don't know if the others are alive or dead. I'm going to kind of just let this be. It's kind of weird around here. We have very short, mild winters. These guys are from Minnesota. I don't know the exact bloodline. I know that the seed parents were probably from a North Carolina bloodline, but I don't know if they were selfed or if a pollinium from a totally different pubescens from who knows where in the area was the father, if you will. So I don't know. They're kind of a mixed, muddy type of pubescens. They may need a colder, longer winter. They may need a shorter winter. I don't really know. The North Carolina bloodline can survive Minnesota winters, but a Minnesota plant probably needs a colder winter than what Rhode Island can provide. But I'm glad I got this guy developing. I'm not sure if he's going to be big enough to flower this year, but hopefully next year, if not this year. So this plant is doing well. I really like Cymbidium pubescens. I don't think that's a seedling of the pubescens. That looks like something totally different. That's probably just a weed. Yeah, those are dicots anyway. Another dicot seedling. I did sterilize with the pressure cooker the leaf litter before I put it on there. And I got a whole bunch of gray willows. We're doing a willow propagation project. I don't know why they're kind of wilty, but they'll be okay. Lots of plants. Black willow. Poinsettias that I trimmed back. The Dendrobium nobile was trying to bloom, but it ended up deciding not to. This Dendrobium likes to kill off its leaves, which is normal, and now it's regrowing. Don't throw away Dendrobium just because it drops its leaves. It may come back. Some of them are deciduous, so they lose their leaves and then they grow back. We've got a Psychopsis here. We got various Cattleya alliances, plants, another Dendrobium that's a hybrid. I really want to get some of these guys blooming. They do look like they're starting to get some inflorescences to them, so that's always a good sign. The Dendrobium kingianum has really been keeping me on the edge of my seat, because sometimes it will put up what looks like a flower stalk or a bud and then not do anything with it, although it looks like there may be some buds there. Generally, Dendrobiums bloom in the winter, so if it is blooming, that's great, but it's a little off-season. But I'm not too worried about it. This Dendrobium is putting up flower buds. So yeah, we've definitely got some Dendrobiums starting to bloom. I don't know if I'm going to bother trying to pollinate them, just because I always have a hard time pollinating Dendrobiums. It's quite a hassle, if I'm honest. But we'll see how things play out.